Gotta make sure this is working. I don't fully know yet. Kind of awkward. Oh, there it goes. Oh, man. Oh, it's just been one of those days. You know? So, we got sent to work with another crew. Alright, and in the process of this, hey, I got 2 of you already. That's awesome. But I got sent to work with another crew today. I'm trying to figure this all out, and get going. Did I already unload? Yeah, I already unloaded. It's one of those days. What's up, farmer? What's up? Is it Michael? Just a different way of spelling it? H higher. But I got sent to work with another crew today. I mean, they're running short. We're running short. So let's just combine, you know what I'm saying? Let's turn 2 crews into 1 crew and just combine it and get it all working and happy, and everything will be fine and great and everything like that. You know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? So I start work at 7 in the morning. I always say I start work at 7 in the morning. It was after 7 o'clock tonight that I got home. And if you think about it, I work, a mile or so from where I live. So I get up in the morning, I get up at 6:30. Out the door by 6:45, I'm at work, I do my thing. I get and go, whatever. Well, when you're not getting home until after 7 o'clock, and then my wife on top of that, she's not she's running 3 different jobs today. I mean, busy is not the word for us. And I kind of feel sorry for our babysitter. It feels like we're kind of we're taking an advantage of her, because we're not home. We are running everywhere else, doing everything else. So it's like, hey, can you watch the kids today? Oh, hey, can you watch the kids tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day? Because we got all this extra work to do and everything. And the wife is like, well, as soon as this other job kicks in, I mean, I can quit this job, I can do my thing, blah, 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 blah. And, yeah, Michael, I mean, when you just say why in the middle of everything, it's kind of funny because you're on a 30-second delay for some odd reason, and I cannot get rid of it. My video goes through OBS. Well, first of all, I make the video. Then it transfers over to OBS, which is a 2-second lag type deal. Alright. It's got its own little lag. And then when OBS processes it, breaks it down to what it should be, and then sends it. I mean, it's 30 seconds behind. But yeah, like I said, I mean, my wife and I run so hard. This is my calming down period, my relax period. That's what this is right now. It's me kicking back and relaxing. That's all. And I do it like this, so I do it before bed so I can like wind down from the day, get out all my complaints and everything, and then everything's good with the wife and I. You know? Yeah, I mean, it's like I said with the whole thing, it's just way behind because of all that. It's the whole processing ordeal, you know, the basics. Which I'm hoping, I have my fingers crossed, my toes are crossed, my shoelaces are crossed, everything's crossed, okay? I might be talking the wife into a new GPU for my computer. I might yank out my 1070 and put in like a 3070 or something like that. Minor update. There's 3 things I want for the computer. Better processor, more RAM, and what's the third one? Oh yes, another solid state hard drive that's 1 terabyte. I know this is just going to be a long day going right back and forth like it is. I think I see movement in the kids' room. They think that I don't pay attention. I don't know why. I mean, they think that I'm stupid or something. I know everything that goes on in my house, I feel, because that's just who I am. I'm very, like, conscious about that. Like, if something's out of place, trust me, I know. Well, something that shouldn't be out of place, I know. There's lots of things that's out of place, but whatever. I'm not even going to fight about that. I mean, it's minor stuff. Well, I even have the argument, you know? Oh, this is looking so nice, though. I'm really excited about all the wheat and everything. Oh, and another thing, just a little thought for you. I subject jump like there's no tomorrow. I can have a 30-minute video with 30 to 40 different subjects in it easily. Well, they should be sleeping, but we catch them doing everything. Actually, mainly the middle child, we catch him doing everything. And he gets in a lot of trouble. Alright. So, I can... There we go. I got other things I need to do, too. I know, he's almost full. I don't really care fully right now. No. The oldest one has a phone, which I don't believe he needs one. Because he's got like 2 phone numbers in his phone. 3. His dad, his stepmom, and his real mom. The middle child is the one who likes to steal all the tablets and everything, and he gets in a lot of trouble for that crap. He just don't... You know what? I don't know how old you are, but these kids today, oh my god, do they know how to anger me. Kids today do not get it. They really don't. I thought that. Oh, it's this one. I'm still trying to figure out buttons. I mean, I'm not going to say every kid, okay? I'm not, because that would just be very rude and very, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to say a lot of kids just don't get it. I don't know what he's doing, but I'll clean it later. I got other things to do. I'll fix his mistakes later. Okay, so here's the thought, alright? I am very old school and my wife hates it. Okay? Kids should sit back and they should learn. They really should. Okay? Kids in general should like take in all the information that they can. And the reason why I'm going to say this is because I went to school for psychology. I was one of the top students that they had at the given time. I'm not going to say overall, but at the given time, I was one of the top students that they had for psychology. I was on the dean's list, okay? And this is going to blow people's minds. I was on the dean's list, and when I should have been studying, I was playing World of Warcraft. Because it was awesome. Alright? And I'm big into understanding psychology behind everything. So synapses development is one of my biggest things that I like to learn about. Alright? Yeah, I know, it's drunken AI. You're 100% right. But synapses development is one of the biggest things that I care about when it comes to kids. Alright? And all that synapses development is you know that when the people say if you don't use it, you lose it? But that's basically what they're talking about. If you don't use your synapses development, you actually do lose it. Oh, yeah, I hated, like, school. Oh. Awesome. Love from India. That's awesome. I'm glad to have you on. But I absolutely hated school. It was the worst thing in the world. It was pathetic. It was stupid. It was dumb. And I could name a million reasons why I wanted out of the classroom. But later on in life, I started learning other things, okay? Here's my thought, alright? I did not hate school because of the learning. I didn't. I hated school because of the teaching. And I didn't realize that until later on in life. Okay? Like, if the teachers would teach with emotion and not let emotion cloud their judgment, teaching would be better and kids would love school more. Alright? It's just how I see it. If you teach with emotion, you will teach 10 times better. Teach with excitement, teach with passion, teach with all this other stuff, and kids will love it. And that's what I didn't really have in school. It's this is this, this is this, this is what the book says, this is what the book says. And it's like, I don't care, and the book is probably wrong. Well, it was written by these professors and doctors and whatever. The book is right. And you know what I found out? Honestly, what I found out? Albert Einstein was right. Yeah. Albert Einstein was right. He said something that actually, I mean, it touches really, really deep. When you actually fully understand what he's saying, it touches really deep. Albert Einstein once stated, "I will never let schooling get in the way of my education." Yeah, you like how that one goes? I will never let schooling get in the way of my education. Yeah. You know what I do for fun? I learn. For fun, that's all I do is learn. I will learn the stupidest things imaginable at times. But you know what? I will study it for hours and hours and hours, days and days and days, weeks upon weeks. I will study simple things. Yeah. They don't have to have anything to do with anything. I just like to learn it. I follow the dopamine trail. One of the things I have been learning in the past, this past year, whatever, I learned how to boat. Yeah, how to control boats, different signaling, different types of boats, stuff like that. All about boats. I've been learning tons and tons and tons about boats. Yep. Why? I think it's cool. I'm also hydrophobic. In other words, I have a fear of water. Yeah, kinda cool. Oh, another thing I've learned is I've been learning about airplanes. Another thing that I learned, Christopher Columbus never discovered America. I mean, if they want to say that he did, whatever. Let's just say he did come to America, okay? Let's just say he did. Even though he only went to the Bahamas. By the way, Leif landed first. But before Leif Erikson was what we know now as Russia. And before that, amidst that and everything, the Polynesians were here. Another one that was here was the Chinese. So what's to say that Christopher Columbus, which I believe was a Latinized version of his name, which should have been, I believe, Christopher Colombo, and by the way, they hated his brother, and I believe that they killed him. Wait, you see? Made it more interesting, didn't I? I just threw in a little tidbit about, his brother being executed. Yeah. Dictatorship sucks. So would that be like a phallic potato? Just a thought. But you see, this is how I learn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I caught that. H. Negative H. This is how I learn and how I see things, okay? And to me, it's the perfect way of learning. You put the right emotion into it, you put the right feelings and everything behind it, you put everything else behind it that needs to be there. Oh yeah, it's great. If I turned around and started saying, you know what, SpongeBob? Oh my god, SpongeBob is somewhat real. Yeah, got your attention now, didn't I? That stupid cartoon is kind of real. Really? Yeah, it kind of is. Bikini Bottom, if you've ever heard of Bikini Atoll. Uh-oh. Now it makes you want to look things up a little bit, don't it? Oh, I don't want to hit H, I want to hit B and V. Oh, but I also want to hit G and B and V. Yeah, you see how I made it a little bit more entertaining? Why can't teachers do that? Well, yeah, somewhat, yeah. Yeah. So, slightly it is. There is some reality behind it. You see what I'm saying? kind of funny. And then when you really want to get into really cool things like that, okay? Wasn't that USS Nebraska, I believe it was? That was sunk there? And by the way, I'm going to middle school 2 more days. I mean, the schooling system is a failed system. They need to get away from it. Another system that actually worked was the Socratic method. I am very big on that. The kids hate it. I don't understand. They hate it. If you're familiar with learning styles and everything, I believe the Socratic method is the best way to do it, because basically how you're solving the problems is making them solve the problems on their own. It's really cool. You keep asking why until they come out with the simplest form that they can. It's really fascinating. Yes, this is crap that I think of at work all the time. Ah, yes, the Nevada. Which ain't the Nevada you know, starts with an Nevada class battleship. I don't know. But yeah, they fired up on it for days. It took 2 nuclear hits and everything, and it stayed floating. Yeah, it was like horrible. Well, not horrible, but kind of awesome. It took so much to sink that it wasn't funny. This is what goes through my head at work. And the people at work hate it. Like Gettysburg, I mean, let's talk about how bad the Civil War was. You know? Teachers will be like, let's talk about how bad the Civil War is and how many people died. And quite frankly, when you talk like that about it, what's the point of learning it? Now, if I grab like a .54 caliber musket ball, you know, or something like that, whatever, this musket ball, and I grabbed that and I just passed it out in class and said, oh, who knows what this is? And just start passing it out in class. All students are like, oh yeah, I picked that up at Gettysburg. Yeah, what's so famous about it? Yeah, it might have just went through somebody. We'll never know. You know, when you start catching people off guard like that, it's like, oh wow. It becomes a completely different story. V. You going down? Thank you. But I mean, that's how I teach the kids here. And it's like, oh well, the oldest went through wood shop and he almost failed wood shop. It's like, how can you fail, like, basically the easiest class that there is? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, how do you not know how you're failing? I don't know. And I hate that crap. I honestly hate it so bad. Can't you give me direct answers? I don't know. The Hunley was the Civil War submarine, correct? Which they made, I believe, 3 of them. The last one that went down that they actually found and everything, the officer in charge. I don't know how Navy does their crap, so I'm just going to say officer in charge. Yeah, I know. The officer in charge, I believe, they found out who he was because they found a coin where he was, where he died in it. And the coin that they found was from the the first Battle of Shiloh. And the North and the South, the South named their battles off of rivers and stuff like that, water sources. And the North named their battles after towns. I believe I'm right. Hey, what's up, Byron? Yeah, I mean, it's cool to learn this stuff. But yeah, I mean, I love to learn about stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think schooling is like one of the worst things in the world. I think learning is one of the best. Make things hands-on. Make things where people can actually visualize it. If you have to dance in front of the class to get them going, then do it. I mean, one of the best ways to learn is by doing it. I mean, let's just go with, like, Byron. How do you learn about farming? Well, you can learn about it by reading a book. I mean, I'm right, probably. Or you can learn about it by going out and doing it. It's just how it is. Now, like another thing that I love to learn about. Oh, here's a good one for you. There is a movie called Red Tails. Watch it. Okay? And then, after you watch Red Tails, watch the movie called Tuskegee Airmen. Tell me about them. Yes. I mean, that's how you learn about stuff like that, you know? I love to learn. I think it's great. I'm very, like, dedicated into it. Another thing that I love to learn is about the fire department. The fire department is, like, awesome. I love to learn about it. I love to, like, go. I love to, like, talk to people. I love to, like, learn about different departments and how they handle different situations and scenarios and stuff. I want to go to, like, Norway, I believe it is, and stop at their fire departments and talk to some of their guys to, like, learn about how they handle everything and why they do things the way that they do. I think that's awesome. Because they're supposed to be some of the best, like, firefighters in the world. So why not learn from them? Another really cool thing that I have been watching lately is called Found. It's on Hulu. I found on Hulu. Doesn't that sound awesome? Just think about that for a minute. You found? Yeah, I found. B. Yeah, you. You there, with the hair. But, oh man. Like I say though, don't ever, yeah, history, yeah. Oh, one of the battles that we do, this is awesome. One of the battles that we do is called Water Wars. If you've ever seen it, it's awesome. It's very, very aggressive. You know? I mean, it's not like anybody really gets hurt or anything. It's very aggressive, as in terms of you see guys just running. And control. Control is a huge thing for Water Wars. You have to be able to control the nozzle, control the barrel, everything. And as soon as you get a couple guys that are really good, they can run a barrel quick. I've done it before, just playing around. And there's a lot more to it than what I thought. It is very, very entertaining and very, very wet. But yes, this is, I mean, I like to learn new things all the time. I think learning new things all the time is a good thing. It's very good. Especially when it is taught right. It is so much more fun. It's so much more exhilarating. When you love what you teach, it becomes a completely different thing. But it's like you gotta start to know the people that you are teaching too. As soon as you start knowing the ones that you're teaching, teaching can be, because you can adapt your style to the person. Some people like to get their, books in and read it and all that. Other people are 10 times more visual. Other people you actually have to oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Education they can't take from you. What you have learned and what you have done, your experiences, stuff like that, people can't take that. I mean, that's one of the best things that you can have in life is knowledge, experience, stuff like that. It's the best things that you can get in life. Oh man. Trying to get this all done up as best as I can, Get this all straightened up, looking kind of pretty. Make it where I can pick it all up easier. You know the best way to learn how? I'm going to tell you, and it's going to sound really stupid. The best way to learn how to be a farmer? go do it. Like, some of the coolest things that I've ever learned, okay, but I haven't been able to because of where I live, is homesteading. I think homesteading would be amazing. Ooh, make the turn. Because the thing behind homesteading is, one, you are the one in control of everything, basically. And how you handle it is the difference between success and failure. But, on the other hand, homesteading can be taken in so many different directions. I've watched about people that do their homesteading, whatever, and they will do homesteading on 5 acres. Grew up on a farm. I wanted to be a farmer when I was a kid. My grandpa convinced me to cook how I avoid having living on my hands. But if you think about it, how many farmers don't even do that? Some farmers never touch anything. They don't need to. They have learned new ways, new processes, new everything, so they don't really need to. I know a farmer who don't really touch anything. He just tells other people how to do their job. But like I said, with the homesteading and everything, it's what you make it. Maybe you want to do microgreens and stuff like that, which is perfectly fine. People can make tons of money off of doing microgreens and everything. Also, you got people who do like chickens, and they'll do like small wheat harvests, whatever, for their chickens, and do everything that they want for the chickens, so they can say, hey, this is organic, pure organic meat. And you know as well as I do, when you say that something is pure organic, the price of it goes right through the roof. You know what I'm saying? You also got other people that's like, you know, I want to have some cattle, I want some of this, I want some of that, you know. And I just want to do the homesteading to make it cheaper on me at the end of the day. That's cool too. You know, they have their, 9 to 5 or whatever that they do. And they only do the homesteading to sit back and be able to say, got it, mine, you know. I took, $500-$600, to save it. That's what I like about that so much. Now, notice how I never said it was easy. I just said it's very diverse. I mean, some people just like grow fruits and vegetables inside year round. That is a form of farming. It's their version of what they want it to be, which there is no problem with that at all. I enjoy learning off of that, you know? There's so many different directions that you can take things these days. My thought is why not? You know? A buddy of mine said that he wants to play with dirt bikes and everything all the time. And four-wheelers and all that happy-go-lucky. He just wants to play with all that. Day in and day out. He owns his own business doing it. And when he does it, I mean, he goes to work at 7 in the morning and he don't leave until like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night sometimes. But it's what he loves. Now here's a thought, okay? So I don't know, I might be getting off here soon because it's after midnight. I just want to clean up some stuff and then I'm probably going to be getting off. But I wrote I'll say he's a neighbor, okay? My parents' neighbor. I'll just call him my parents' neighbor. But I rode on this guy's tractor and he had a little like farm-all and then he had a Ford 3000, something like that. And I rode on the tractor with him. Going to bed. Love you. I'll be in a little bit. But he had a Ford 3000 or something like that. And he did his fields up, whatever. But he only, everything was by hand. When he picked it, it was all by hand picking it. You know what I'm saying? You want the carrots and everything, you're going to be picking carrots by hand every day. You want, corn, you're going to be picking corn all day long every day type deal. He ran off of about 5-6 acres of field. That's about it. And it helps support his lifestyle. Like I said, you don't need huge areas. I consider that more of homesteading, a homestead type farmer. That's how he lived. And he was happy. Till the day that he died, he was happy. Real nice guy. Never had any problems with him, whatever. I mean, he'd go out, pick cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, you name it, you could get it from him. Squash, all this different stuff. Planted it with the tractor, picked it by hand. Corn, oh my god, there was so much corn all the time. And it's just how it was. Like I said, good guy. Never had a problem with him. Real nice guy too. But, I mean, these are some of the things that, I mean, when I say homesteading, I mean, there is so many different things, though, when you say homesteading. And that's what I like about it. Now, I know other people that, hey, he is a farmer. He is a true 100% farmer. He runs 7000 series John Deere. Like 5 of them. When you say, hey, you got some potatoes or something, it's like he sells bags, I mean thousands of bags of potatoes a year. Alright, Fender over Dundee for 1000. Alright, I see one of the kids moving back and forth and it's really getting annoying. but he runs this huge farm, thousands of acres type deal. And it's like, maybe not thousands, but tons of acreage. Okay? And I think it's kind of cool that he does it like that. You know? Whatever. It's how he does it. He's a big time farmer. Got a guy at work. He's a big time farmer. He's like, oh yeah, I got, this many acres of soy. I got this much acreage of corn. I got this much acreage of this. And he goes on and on and on and on about it. All day he can go on. Nice guy. Dude has more money than what he knows what to do with. He sees a tractor or whatever, and it's like if he wants it, he pulls out his wallet and he goes over and says, here you go. And he ends up getting it. That's awesome. I'm glad. But, I mean, like I was saying, farming just, there's so many different varieties of it. We got a guy down the road. Used to. I don't think he does it anymore. He did flowers on the side of the road. He brought in thousands of dollars off of flowers on the side of the road. So like I said, when it comes down to farming, there's so many different versions. It's not funny. There's so much that you can do. Buddy of mine worked for a farm. 700 head of cattle. That's like the biggest one in the area. 700 head. And he's like, yeah, it's just another day. Spreading the fields today. You know? I mean, there's so much to do with it. It's like beyond, comprehension most of the time. I know a guy who has like college degrees in agriculture. Yep. He's so good at this college degrees of agriculture, he can recite the books to me type deal. On what the books say about how things grow and how they should grow and the right climate for this and the right climate for that and all this blah 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 back and forth all day long. He can recite everything, tell you exactly what everything's for, exactly how everything's done. He can tell you all that. Dude ran 2 businesses into the ground. Okay, I guess your agricultural is good, but your business management sucks. You know? And he's like a really, really nice guy. Just he can't manage a business if his life depended on it. Got another guy who took offense over what I said. Okay, he did. I mean, maybe it's because it's from me, maybe it's because of who I am. He's like, I have 6 tractors on my farm. And I said, they all running? This is a legit thing to say to a farmer. Are they all running? He took so much offense to that, it wasn't funny. And he snapped at me, started yelling. And it's like, a couple other people are like, well, I was kind of curious about that too. But in the long run, it's like, why do you need 6 tractors? Maybe 2. I can go with 2. Why 6? How many can you drive at once? Well, I can only drive one tractor at a time. Then why do you need 6? Well, what's it matter why I have them? Just curious. I'm trying to figure you out, that's all. Just trying to get the common sense behind it. Nothing major. Oh, here we go. Drop this off. Okay, good. But yes, why we collect older farmals so we have over 10. I know somebody else who collects farmals. He has like 5 of them. He rebuilds them. He likes farmals. He rebuilds them. He's like, well, I have 6 tractors. I said, are they all running? He says, no. I said, well, why you have them? And I asked him one day, why you have them? He goes, I'm a big farmal fan, and I like to build them, and that's what makes me happy, is building my tractors. Good answer. Good answer. I can't dispute that in the slightest. You know? It's a hobby. Good answer. But these are the things that come out, you know, off the top of my head. I have to ask questions about stuff. Hey, tell me why wheat is the way that it is, you know? Why does this work like this? Why does that work like that? Well, why do you need to know? Well, because it's just how I work. I don't think we ever had more than 3 working tractors on a place. Older Oliver 70 he got just to play with. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. That's fully functional reasoning. Like, here's a good question that I have with people. Why John Deere? Yeah. Big, huge question. Why John Deere? And you know what? Most people cannot actually sit back and answer me with any good answer of why a John Deere. Because you like the green? I don't know. And I can understand that. I can. Aircraft are no joke. They're expensive. So if you can find another aircraft with all the spare parts that you need, and it's just a parts, you know, airplane, whatever, that's fine. That crap is expensive. I didn't know how bad, like, the prices were on it. It's mind-boggling. You almost want to look for something else that's the same part, same exact thing that's from a car. Honestly. Because of how ridiculous the prices are on them. I mean, okay, now understand my reasoning. I like New Holland. I do. Reasoning to like New Holland? They're from Pennsylvania. New Holland, Pennsylvania, down by York, Pennsylvania. Never ran, well, I ran one. I preferred the New Holland over the John Deere, but the difference is between the two is the John Deere's like 7-8 years older than the New Holland. So I cannot give an actual adequate opinion on why, other than they're from Pennsylvania and I'm really patriotic about that, you know? But don't talk to me about sports in Pennsylvania, because I really don't like any sports teams from Pennsylvania. But, I mean, it's just the way I see things. If I could get a New Holland tractor or whatever, you know, not a bad idea. Yeah, you're right, they are. You are right. They are the same company, basically. But my reasoning is fair. They're from Pennsylvania and I think it's awesome. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if it works for you, then it works for you. I mean, that's a great idea behind it. If it works for you, then do it. The reason why I've been getting like John Deere and the tractors that I have been on the game is just because I don't have any good reason. I wanted to try the Kubota, so I got the Kubota. This here was the cheapest one that they have. You know? That there was because for the power and everything that I needed to get done, that one there had the power for it. Yeah, I mean, my reasoning is fair on why I'm getting each of the tractors on the game. I believe that for a mid-grade tractor on here, oh my god, seriously, 40? That's it? I believe for a mid-grade tractor on here, that John Deere is the best one that they have. It's 300 horse, it's exactly what I need, and it is the cheapest, you know, from what I see out of them. That's the best answer I have. But what's the difference between driving a John Deere and a Case? I can ask for the simple reason of I honestly don't know the real difference. To me, the difference is the New Holland that I drove at work versus the John Deere there's a huge age difference between the two of them. I try to look for something pretty and like, you know, whatever. And if it looks good, sounds good, whatever, it's the same thing because my steering wheel and my controls and stuff like that, there's no difference between any of the tractors with the steering wheel and controls I have. I have good news finally. I have awesome news finally. Holy crap, it didn't even move it. Holy crap. Well then, I guess I gotta go to get more and stuff. $29,000 on planks. Didn't even move it. R. No. Change. Storing. Storing. Alright. Deactivate. Notice something. This is still running, which I need. Oh, I need a lot of wood in there. This is running. Alright, these here are running. Nothing else that I have is running. And I have a reason. Because I'm going to stack it filled with everything. And then just run it for like 10 minutes and then shut it back off. Hey, the unreal. But anyhow, it's about that time. I need to be getting off here. I got work in the morning and everything. It's almost 1 o'clock. So, as I say every night, have a good day, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good whatever it is when you're watching this. Have fun, be safe. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And you know what? I will talk with you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.